Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy CP, one half of the Who Asked Y'all to podcast with me and my brother Dot. Before we get into this week's episode, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to our channel. That way you stay up to date with all the content that we have dropping. If you could also make sure you like and comment on the videos as well. We appreciate all the support. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the episode, y'all.
The next topic is WNBA. For those of you who don't know, WNBA has been getting a lot of spotlight, a lot of headlines due to the emerging talent and the stars that are in the WNBA currently, like the rookies, Angel Reese, um, Caitlyn Clark, Cameron Brink. There's a couple other individuals as well, but those are the top on my list currently when it comes to getting a lot of spotlight and getting a lot of and then the one chick from Brazil, I forget her name. WNBA, they're a company, a basketball organization where Caitlyn Clark is pretty much the focal point, the star, if you will, currently now because of her stardom in college basketball and revitalizing women's college basketball with, winning championships with her flair in the game, and then now she's a person that's at that top spot now. She's increased viewership. She's done a lot. Just by coming into and choosing the league WNBA to come in and play for them. She could have went to the Big Three. She could have went overseas. She didn't have to go to the WNBA. She went to the WNBA. What's your take on that, brother? What's your take on the WNBA and their increased spotlight, increased fandom and all that good stuff?
Before I get my take, just for the record, she never won a championship in college. Not that diminishes her greatness as a player in any way, but she didn't.
She never what?
She didn't win. She didn't win any rings in college. She didn't win any chips in college.
Yeah, I know she didn't. But, she didn't win any rings.
But I love the spotlight that's been shined on the league. I love the spotlight that Caitlyn has brought to women's basketball, the WNBA. As a whole, it's awesome to see, and as somebody that's got nieces, bunch of nieces out here, not a bunch, but you know what I mean. My brother, my nieces, and then my brother's kids, they my nieces too, you know what I mean. But I love to see it. I love to see the popularity in the sport go up, and people pay more attention to it. Even myself, admittedly, never, took a lot of time to, watch the sport or invest into the sport. I'm now intrigued by it. I'm now more interested in it. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see the spotlight that the game has gotten. And, I hope with the spotlight that it's getting that, more young ladies get a lot of shine as well, or even some of the other players who was already established in the league who been stars for years. I hope that they get their shine as well. Like it's no reason why they shouldn't be able to. But specifically for Caitlyn, she's kind of like a one of one in terms of her game. Like she's a special player, and it's justified. It's justified the attention that she's been getting because even if it don't look like it right now, she's gonna be special. She's gonna be special for sure. So. Dope. I love to see where the game is going. What about you, man? What's your thoughts on just the league and how everything has been over the past few months?
I think the WNBA is an organization that it's everything is there, right? They have the star power. They're getting the viewership now. The numbers are getting there. It's just they're just not making the money that they need to make. In order to, if you can't really compare them to the NBA because they've been there longer, they have more strife in the game, they've been doing it a lot longer, so the comparison can't really be there for them. I will say that I'm enjoying the buzz. I'm not someone to say that these women aren't worthy of this of getting this stardom. They are worthy of it, and I want to see their star power increase. But eyeballs got to be involved more. Like more women and men has to support this if they need to concede, because they're not making any money. So the money has to be made with viewership. Money has to be made with products being bought. So they need to really shell out to their stars and really promote them to another level, so that way people can enjoy the games more. So wherever the stars are on your teams, they need to push them out more, and they need to really allow them to have personalities, allow their personalities to develop more, so people can know them a little bit better. Not saying that's not happening now, but that's what's going to draw in individuals to watch the game. That's what I think. Because if you talk about NBA, which I'm not comparing, but if you talk about like even football, all players have personalities. They have, whether it's their game, whether how they play, whatever the case may be. We know them because of how they play the game, and also how they interact with the fans and the media. Those are things that we need to know about as fans if you're trying to, get individuals into the sport of women's basketball and trying to understand it and trying to, love the game more. You have to put more. Media attention on it. And I think, like we talked about it before, like you said, if they get more contracts, if they're able to get streamed more, different type of things like that, then maybe the viewership is going to go up. But right now, they have to do a little bit more to kind of allow themselves to be more profitable. Is it going to happen this year? Probably not. Next year, maybe. The year after that, heck yeah. So it just has to be a continuous effort to make this league possible, because in the next 5 years, who knows? We don't want to see this league not be here no more. It's just about them trying to increase their viewership and as fans to watch the game more. That's what they have to do.
No, I mean you make a good point when referring to like the economics of the sport and the sustainability of those economics based on where they're currently at and based on where they've been. Um, we are talking about a new season. Like we only maybe a couple months into these young ladies' rookie careers, thus a couple months into this this kind of media blow up that they've been experiencing, and this heightened this heightened awareness that they've been getting through different outlets and things of that nature. But you do make a great point that they will have to, at some point, um, invest into the marketing of the faces of their league and find creative marketing ways. I think that the spotlight that they've been getting at this point has been just pretty organic, just based on what's going on the court, which is awesome. Which is like awesome, because if they're getting this attention now based on what's going on the court, and hopefully they can monetize that in a way where the league does experience a little bit more of a financially. Um, but only time will tell. Like I said, we're in a new season for them right now, and the season is brand new.
Yeah.
They're rookies. They haven't even developed in terms of their games just yet. They still gonna grow as players. Hopefully, in that process, like you said, the league invests into their stardom, and along with their growth on the court, they can grow them off the court as well. Obviously, I think that's going to be the goal and the play, but I think the ball is in their court. Not to not. I think the ball is in their court. Like they they have the chance right now with the eyes that are on the game to take it to a level that maybe it wasn't on the trajectory to go previously. But um, yeah, we just gotta pretty much wait and see. We gotta see, how these young ladies grow as players, how their teams grow, because that's gonna be important too, man. Like you can't be a star if you play for a loser. Like I've never seen it. I mean, maybe sometimes, but not too often. So, um, shout out to the ladies, man. Shout out
Yeah.
to all the ladies who've been doing their thing. Not just the rookies, but just the stars who have been in the league, been doing their thing. Because maybe y'all should have been getting shine this entire time, and it just took for an anomaly of a player to get the attention that y'all rightfully deserve. So shout out to the ladies, man.
Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I'll bring up this article real quick about funding and money and what they need to do. Like Chris talked about. So this is from Sports Business Journal. This is April 22nd, 2024 article. Probably a couple months old, but it's still relevant. So here's a quote here. Several reasons the WNBA is not paying Caitlyn Clark, more that the league brings in just $200 million annually. So $200 million, that's what they bring in, and relies on the NBA for some of its funding. In contrast, the NBA brings about $10 billion. Many argue the WNBA simply needs more time, as the NBA had a 50-year head start, and stars like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan lifted up in the 80s and 90s. The question now for the WNBA is whether Clark is the huge star coming at exactly the right time to raise interest across the sport. The league's profitability hinges on the media rights, like Chris talked about. The media rights and the $60 million annual deal is up for renewal in 2025. Several trends are working in its favor, including a race among streamers to collect rights to live sports and a rise in legalized gambling, and leaves bettors eager to expand their outlets. This past season, the league averaged 627,000 viewers per game on ABC, its most viewed regular season in almost a decade. But while more viewers translate to more money for the league, it takes money to find new viewers. In 2022, WNBA raised $75 million from an investor group, with that funding going into marketing, ad campaign, influencer marketing, and live events. So they're doing things they need to do to attract individuals to watch the game. So Caitlyn Clark is the step in the right direction. They have to push her, irregardless of what people think, to race and all that other nonsense. She just got like a freaking, was it 25, 28, $28 million deal from Nike. Like, you need to keep pushing her, irregardless, right? And here's another thing, right? Hold on. In the 2024 season, 36 out of 40 Fever games will be televised across 7 networks. So they're pushing her for a reason. This is not something made up. This is what they have to do, because this is the person that people want to see, right? Just like back in the day, people would always say, "Oh my God, why is the Cowboys always on?" Because people want to watch the Cowboys. That's the reason. They like the Cowboys. Whether you hate them, you love them, they want to watch them, right? Similar to the '90 Bulls. Why do people want to watch them? Because they love Michael Jordan. They loved Dennis Rodman. They loved all those guys on the team. They wanted to watch them. So they have to push her and put her on a pedestal, because if she's your bright shining star, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh my God, you're not talking. What about the Las Vegas Aces? They just won the championship. What about those women? Blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. Did they bring in a lot of viewers like Caitlyn Clark is doing? I don't think so. Because that was the case. Why is she getting pushed to the highest pedestal? Why is that happening? Come on, let's be honest here. There's something about her, and I don't want to hear the race thing. All right? I don't want to hear it. There's something about her that people enjoy to watch. Whether it's competitiveness, whether it's her looks, I don't know. But some people enjoy it. So they have to keep pushing her and keep putting her on their pedestal to attract the viewership that the people want to watch. Because that seems like why people are watching is because of her. She's like one of the main reasons. I didn't say the only reason. I said main. One of the main reasons. So don't use my words against me. I said main. She's not the only reason. She's one of the main reasons. So that's my take.
Yeah, shout out to the ladies, man. Shout out to the ladies. Can't wait to see how the league progresses for sure. Hopefully, the like I said, the exposure that they're getting now is sustainable. Because I would love to keep seeing some more people get their shot at being stars. But yeah, shout out to Caitlyn too. She got a cold game. That's all it is to it. She a sniper, man. Can't be mad at that.
No. Can't be mad at somebody that wants to shoot from the logo.
And hit. Like what? And hit.